Hello everybody. Today we are going to talk about a topic. This is going to be a topic about what do you expect when you visit Sweden. So, I know a lot of you guys have asked me earlier on, what is the most common question that I receive is that when is the best time to come and what is the best thing to do. So I think it's practically depending on individual. Some people they prefer to fish, some people prefer to be in the nature, so it all depends on individual. So that's why I am catering this package for you to decide for yourself what do you really want to do. So I'm launching this new product today until 15th of May. And during this time, if anyone were to book a package with me, they can benefit from this. You stay 3 and you actually pay for 2. So it's only within first, which is today, until 2 weeks later. All right, guys. So I hope you guys consider that, because it's a really good offer. And before you go to my website and order the package, I want you guys to know what to expect when you come. For me, the first time when I came to Sweden, it was 20 years ago. I came here the first time. My first impression was like, wow, the air is so fresh. I don't find anywhere in Singapore or I've been to Hong Kong. I find like the air is not as fresh. Even though that time when I was there, it was winter. I didn't find that the air, my first impression is like fresh air. And also the beauty of this country, so much nature, and it's like you are into another planet. Everything is like green, because that time when I came, it was like green everywhere. Hi, Carrie. So it's like green everywhere, and what that makes me stay in this country, I think, is basically because of the whole environment, the social network. Even though, sometimes even staying here for like so many years, I still find that Swedish has difficulties in opening themselves, like for people to come into their life in a very private level. But then overall, I think they are very friendly, very warm. They open their home up, and they are very welcoming. This is my first impression. It's not because I was married to a Swedish guy, but because overall, when I came as a visitor, this is how I felt. And secondly, I think when you come to Sweden, it is very important that you must know what you are interested in. I have people who wrote to me on YouTube. They saw my video about picking mushrooms and all that. So they thought that, in Sweden we could pick mushroom the whole year. It's not that, alright guys? It's not even near the summer. Actually, picking mushroom and berries, the best time if you want to come is towards the autumn, which is between middle of, I think some people they will say that beginning of September, but it all depends on what you want to pick. So like for mushroom cases, middle of September would be most ideal, because that is a time where all the mushroom is like blooming everywhere. Pretty tall, poor, what do you say? Ponytail. Back to school. Yeah, I'm back to school. I haven't had a chance. I was so productive today, and I'm going to tell you why, right? And also, people are like, they are very curious. They are very interested in picking mushrooms and picking berries, because I think that's what they saw in my video, and they'll say, how nice if we could follow SD to the forest and pick mushrooms. For me, I think that when I pick mushroom or pick berries in a forest, I think, a lot of people, they ask me, hey, is there any bear? Can you get attacked by the bear and the elk? I said, no. the bear and the elk, they can sense you from like a few kilometers away. So when they could smell you, they are already gone. So I'm not afraid about that, because especially when it is the moose. The moose, they are very high, their senses is quite high. But the bear, you have to be a little bit careful. But there is not much of a bear here in north of Sweden. It's mostly towards the in country, because Skellefteå itself is located quite along the coast. So during the coast time, and you know, the bear, they are not so interested. They are more like, when it's summer, they are more hibernated. They like to be in their cage, you know, sleeping. And it's very rare they come out during the summer or winter or autumn, because it's too warm for them. So I don't know about the hunting time, because for them it's like they sleep in the winter mostly, right? And they probably hunt. Am I right to say that, LG? The bear, they hunt during the springtime. The bear, do they hunt during the springtime? Yeah, yoga. They don't hunt. I mean, in the mountain, right? Mostly on the mountain and in the inside forest. So for me, I don't. We have never in the history have this problem with a bear. So, and you know, there's nothing you need to worry about. So the only thing that I am worried about is that when you are picking mushrooms and picking berries, the most dangerous part is when you pick, right? You get so happy, because it's just like go hunting. And the thing is that when you hunt for the mushroom, you totally lose your sense of direction, because you only go for the places where you found the mushroom, and at the end, oops, where's all your friends? I don't know whether you guys saw the video when I was hunting mushroom with Genevieve, and we were picking berries. Actually, during that time, it's a forest that I'm very familiar with, but I still find that, you know, if the distance apart is too wide, I might have difficulties in locating her, or she may have difficulties in even calling me, because her phone was not as good, the receiving. So that is the only thing that I'm concerned about. You know, we shouldn't be like so far apart, like 500 meters apart, because we can't see each other in the woods, even though we can hear each other, because Genevieve always like to sing when she pick mushroom and pick berries, right? But it's still, you know, it's like, for me, I feel like it's a safe net that we have to keep ourselves together, so we don't have to spend the whole day looking for each other. So for my tips is that you follow somebody who are familiar with the forest, and also you know, keep track on everybody. Not like everybody is going everywhere, because sometimes you can get lost in the forest and you do not know how to get back to the main road, unless you have a GPS, and also provided you know how to use a GPS, right? So in my mushroom, I wouldn't call it a course, it's just like a trip. So I would very much like to keep my groups together, and when we go hunting for mushroom, we have like a system whereby we will, you know, keep each other a certain distance, and when we are out of that distance, and then we come back and we try to find our friends back. So I think that's the only way for everybody, you know, to be in one region instead of spreading all the way. And at the end, we might have problem looking for people, and we don't have the time to look for people. So, and also the right equipment, the right attire, I will keep you guys informed. So it's very important, if you have selected a season that you want to come, so what you need to bring, I will let you know in advance, like what kind of clothes to bring, and what kind of shoe you should wear. I have people asking me, can we bring like a trekking shoe, you know, if we go to the Swedish? Because again, if you are just using a normal trekking shoe, just like the sport shoe, because some sport shoes, especially those in Asia, they are not waterproof. So during the autumn, it could be a problem because some of the forests, especially if you're hunting for mushroom, they are quite wet. So it's better you get a shoes that is more like waterproof. Otherwise, it's always easy to get the kind of shoe here, right? Quite cheaply, all right? Just I think it's like if you buy a boots, like high-end boots, high knee boots, it's not very expensive. So I will keep you guys informed of what kind of clothes you should bring and what kind of things you should bring, like caps, like we have this net. Some people are very afraid of mosquito, so we have this net hat you can borrow. So I think that is not a big problem. It's just that some people, they are allergic to mosquito, so it's better that they let me know so that I know what to prepare for them, because there are some repellents you can buy and you can spray it on your body so you won't get bitten by the mosquito so much. So I think that is good to know too. So that is about season. And if you are looking for something like strawberries, if you are wanting to do foraging, it can be picking dandelion. I'm sure I got a lot of result from my dandelion video. A lot of people saw the video and they fall in love with the one with nettles too. The video that I teach people how to pick nettles and how to deal with nettles. That video was like a big hit, and after that video, a lot of people wrote to me and say, hey, when is the best time for us to come to Sweden and pick nettles? And if we are going to make tea, if we're going to stay here like 7 days, is it enough time for us to dry it up? Alright guys, nettle is so easy. So what we do is like beginning of, I think it's beginning of June. The best time to pick is actually May, because May is when the flower bud starts to come out. And when you pick nettles when they are young, they are more effective, it's more powerful. So that is the best time to pick. And I will teach you how to pick, and you have to be really careful because nettles, they can burn your hand, and you need to know how to deal with them. And to dry it, to make them into tea, oh my god, it's just 3 days maximum. Because you know why? Because here in May and June it's very dry. So I remember 2 years ago I used to make that 2 times, and it just took me about 2 days, 3 days just to hang out in the house. If you like, near the window with a bit open, you know, opening, so that the fresh air keep coming in. I think that would be much faster. So if you want to pick like dandelion, you want to make dandelion tea bag. Dandelion takes about 3 days to maximum because they are really fast to dry up. And this is what a lot of people, they are like, what? We can make tea bag from dandelion? Yeah, you can do that. And also there's another one that is the twigs of the pine tree. We use that like a medicine here. So that one is really, really good if you are if you have asthma, if you have a problem with your skin, you know, you can use that as, you know, to apply on your skin. And dandelion is really good for people who are prone to flu. They get cold very easily. And also these nettles is very good for allergy, if people are very prone to allergy. So these are things that you can pick them at the right season, which is end of May, beginning of June. That is the best time. And also keep them and preserve them and bring home. So that will save you a lot of time, because I'm not selling those products, because I think this kind of product or this kind of plant, you need to pick them yourself. And because in Sweden the forest is open to public, you don't have to pay a single cent to pick things like this, berries and mushroom. You don't pay to do that. So everybody is free to pick all this stuff. and how you deal with it, and the cost in my cooking class, depending on whether you select that as one of your interests. That is why I make my package very flexible, because I want to make sure that you get what you want. If you are interested in foraging, just foraging is fine too, or you can, or even if you want to combine both foraging and cooking class, it's still fine with me. All right, so that is all I have to say about season and what to expect different season. And due to that, I think I do not know whether how many people notice, in Sweden in June we celebrate midsummer on the 20, I think it's 23rd or 24th of June. Unfortunately, this time has already been booked, probably 2 weeks. I would say it's around 2 weeks. So I haven't blocked the time yet, but you will know later on. But this time, I'm sorry, we cannot accept any booking during that time. And also room, in terms of room, in this apartment, I'm going to give you guys a tour maybe on Wednesday when I tidy up a little bit more, and I'm going to show you what are the things that you can use in the house, because I think it's good that you guys see how it is like to be in a real home. This is not a hotel, this is a real home. You stay in this home, and what are the things that you can learn in the house, how to operate the machine, and if I can do a video, so you guys at least know, right, how to do all this stuff. And it's not really complicated, it's just a few buttons that you have to learn how to operate. The dishwasher, for example, the washing machine, if you have clothes that you need to wash, and also like the microwave, the oven. So all this, I do have a manual when you arrive at my place to teach you how to operate. And because I'm staying very near to my apartment, so it's no problem to just call me, or we can chat on Facebook. Hey Esty, I'm stuck with your dishwasher, can you please come here and help me? So it's no problem, I can do it. Even though if you're staying in the summer house, it's still very near. Alright, so room wise, I have 2 bedrooms. One bedroom is with 2 beds, and the other one is with 1 bed. So usually if you book my room at Airbnb, you usually have to bring your own bed sheets. But in this package, you don't have to do that, because the bed sheets and the towels is all included, so you don't have to do that. And also the shop is very near. It's just 50 meters from my apartment, which is a smaller shop, and that we have another bigger shop, which is a supermarket, so you can buy food from there. It's no problem. It's about 750 meters from my apartment. So the whole concept of this package is for you to learn how to be independent, how to manage everything by yourself, not being a tourist, but as a traveler. And I will guide you, and I will tell you where to go to the bus stop and how often the bus come. In fact, there is already a routine that I'm going to put up in the house, so that you know what time exactly the bus come. And usually the bus come quite accurately. When they say 5:10, they come at 5:10. So, and it's also very important that you can go there like 2 minutes earlier on, so that you don't miss it. Because if you miss it, the bus is not like the one in Singapore. You have to wait. During the summer, it's like 1 hour once, and then they go to the town. But it's very frequent, and on weekend it's like up to 1 or 2 o'clock, if I'm not wrong. Alright, so that's all I have to say about the transportation. And also, because the concept of this is like not to train you to be a local, but to give you the opportunity to be a local. So you are guided with the manual when you arrive. During the free time, what can you do? So I have 2 bicycles in the basement. So if you're coming as a couple, you know, you can borrow the bicycle, and it's very easy to find my apartment. So you can cycle around, and there is a cycling track just about 150 meters from my apartment, and that track is like up to town. You can cycle all the way to town, and it's really easy, and it's quite nice to do that because the track is like, it's like a path. You won't get lost, don't worry. And then you could also cycle by the same way back to the to where the apartment is. And from here to cycle to town is about 35 to 40 minutes, depending on how fast you want to cycle. And if you don't want to cycle, there's always alternative for you to take a bus from here to town. It's about 12 to 15 minutes during summer. During winter, it's a bit slightly longer because they take a detour into the village. All right, so in terms of the best place, I always tell people, I've lived in a few places in Sweden before, and I like to stay in Skellefteå because for me, I was grown up living near the sea. So the sea, the water, the nature is very, very important to me. And in this place, it's so easy to access to the forest, which is just 150 meters, and to the sea is just like, you know, 300 meters to the water. So it's the best place. You can never get better. You can never get anything better than any other place in Skellefteå. Maybe people from other village may not agree, but I personally feel, as a person from abroad living in a big city for almost half my life, and here, you know, I prefer this place because I felt really safe. And I don't know whether you agree with me, because I've seen a lot of neighborhood, they don't have so much activities, and I noticed that in this small town, in this small community, the community, they are quite good in organizing different kind of event for families and for individuals who are interested in art. We have an art like a tour where you could go around during the summertime, and they give you like a map, and they tell you, okay, this place, this woman, she's a painter, and we have another place, this woman, we have a woman who is an artist, she's dealing with all the painted glass. Oh my God, I've been there last year. I was like, my jaw just dropped off, all right, because she do one of the world's most amazing job, which is so beautiful with the glass, and she make stuff from glass, you know, like a bowl, a candle holder, and all this is painted glass, and she has a really good eye for detail. And I wish I could do like a live streaming next time on this kind of art tour. And it's for free, anyone can join, it doesn't cost you nothing. So what you need to do is to get a car or a bicycle and just cycle around, because this art place is just like in within 5-6 kilometers around my apartment. So it's no problem, all right, for me to bring you guys around this kind of places. And also, this package is a partially self-catered. Why I say that? Because in terms of breakfast, I notice a lot of people, they want to be more relaxed in the morning, because it's not like the normal tour that if you go, you have to wake up certain time so that you catch the group, right? Everything is so rushing. Oh, I have to wake up at 7 to get ready. If the tour is leaving at 8, you know, I have to eat breakfast. And all this is unnecessary stress. So what I do is that in terms of breakfast, you tell me what you want to eat. So I will prepare like all the basic things like the bread, the butter, the cheese, the ham, the fruit, things like that. You know, very basic, like the yogurt. If you need anything else, just let me know. So everything is being packed already in the refrigerator, and it's enough for, depending on the number of people that is coming. So it is 3 person, the whole fridge is for 3 person for 7 days. And if you have any special requests, like a certain kind of breakfast that you want to eat, just let me know and I'll try to get it for you. Alright, so you wake up anytime you want. You can sleep as long as you like, and you know, there is no rush. The purpose of this trip is to make sure that you are comfortable, that you felt like, okay, I'm at home. I have a guide who are always there for me. If I want to go out, I know that I could ask her and get her assistance. And if you are concerned about the language, there is absolutely no reason for you to do that, because all Swedish people, they can speak English. All right, they are just too shy. You just need to ask them nicely, and they will tell you. And sometimes they even go to the extent of even bringing you to that place. All right, so don't be afraid to ask. And also lunches, I have indicated 5 lunches in my package. It doesn't mean that we're going to be eating lunch at home. All right, I'm planning to have 1 lunch on a picnic, and the other 4 lunch I'm going to bring you guys out. We can eat outdoor, or I can bring you to a place where they serve lunch. So it can be a local, authentic place, depending on yourself, whether you prefer it that way, or you prefer to make a lunch together, you know, just a light lunch, and we can go outside for a picnic. So it's, again, really flexible. And for dinner case, I have 6 dinner altogether, and 3 of the dinner is by class, and the other 3 dinner is that they are pre-made, but of course I will be sitting and eating with you during this 6 dinner. Whereas the other 3 dinner that I will be cooking with you. So depending on yourself, if you prefer Asian food or Swedish food or any other international food, just let me know, food that you want to learn. So I'm going to try and see if I can get a good recipe, and then we could cook together. And during this time, usually it starts around 3 o'clock, and I'll bring you to the market, and we will shop for the food. We have to discuss what kind of food we will be eating, and we will go shopping to buy those food. And you get the chance to see how it is like to live in Sweden. If you know you're going to stay here for a week, right? So it's better to let you guys have the maximum experience, like being a local. So I think going shopping for your own food is the best way to experience the culture, the lifestyle, the tempo. You know, it comes everything in. And at the shop, I will, you know, go through with you what are the things that we need to buy. And when we come home, we'll start to cook a dish or a few dishes together. And wine will be served at dinner time. So and also, but lunch is not provided. Lunch is only normal beverage if you prefer soft drinks, juice, or water. All right. And also, the cooking class is also very good if we could do like seasonal food also. What I meant is that if you are thinking about, okay, why not we do a seasonal food cooking class. Let's say if you are coming in June, in August, right, and September. That is a time where you can find a lot of mushrooms, a lot of berries. So maybe if we are lucky enough to find a lot of mushrooms, we can use those mushrooms and cook a dish and share. All right, so that can be very nice to learn how to use the local hand-picked food and cook them, and we all enjoy it. All right, so that is a seasonal cooking class if you guys are into that. And also a countryside. I think countryside is really nice to visit, and there are some shops around the countryside where you could visit, which I felt like is very cozy, especially countryside with authentic local produce. which is really worth visiting, because I think you will get to understand, because sometimes they are very good in providing information in English, like, because I think they also cater to tourists, and they have information in English, and you could learn about maybe how to make cheese, maybe how to make certain bread. So there are two factories that I know of. One is Westerbotten cheese. It's quite not very far, but it's about I don't know, 25 kilometers, or maybe how many kilometers is it from here to Normandie, I think? Yeah, about how many kilometers? About 150 kilometers. And that factory, they produce the world's most delicious cheese, all right? And they have day tour, like they give a tour to the factory for anyone who are interested in watching and see how they produce the cheese. And it will be very nice to spend just one afternoon there. And if we have time, there is another bread factory which is not far away from the cheese factory. We can go there and take a look too, if you are interested. And the one that I like about this bread factory is that actually you could buy them at really ridiculously cheap price, because you know, this factory, they make those hard bread really nice, and they sell all those defected bread, and they are very strict with their quality control. If the bread is tilted, you know, they don't want to throw it away. So instead of throwing away, they sell it. They have a shop in the factory, and they sell it to people who visited the factory at a ridiculously cheap price. All right. And every time when I go there, I just buy like big boxes, you know, of bread. And you could keep that bread, like it's a hard bread, round one, and they have all sorts of bread. And you could literally keep them like one whole year without having to store them in certain rooms, like certain temperature. And it's really cheap, you know, and I'm just afraid that you're going to buy that so much and there's no place for you in your luggage to keep all that. Alright, so these are things that I really enjoy, and I think it's worth seeing, and you have to be there to feel it and to learn. And I think basically the most important in tour is to learn, right? We all, I mean, come on guys, we've been to tour, we go and then we follow the tour guide. Sometimes we don't even feel the connection. It's like the tour guide is in his own world, you know, talking to herself or what. And I don't feel that connection. I felt like, oh my God, you know, another place. And it's quite boring, especially for me. I'm not interested in history. You know, what should I be bothered about this place? What is it, 150 years? Or this bridge is 150 years. I just felt like, to me, everybody is so different. Maybe it might be fascinating for some other people, but not me. I'm more on the practical part. You know, I like to go find a place to eat, enjoy the unique experience, and things to learn. That is what I think traveling is all about. We are out here to learn. And every time in the past, I used to go to travel, and then I come back and then I look at my bag. And sometimes I don't even want to open my bag. I say, oh my goodness, all the souvenirs. It's like, you know, repeating all over. And then you look at all your travel picture. Oh my goodness, what was I doing there? Why did I spend like, you know, a whole day at this place, which I'm totally bored, and they only make me buy stuff, you know? Okay, no, it's meaningless. Why not going out with somebody who are the local, and this person are able to customize what you are interested to learn and bring you to the place, because our time is so limited in traveling. So we have to maximize and learn as much as we can. So when we come back from our trip, you know, you gain more than you bargain. And this is something that is really in, right? Tourist is totally out now, and the local experience is totally in. And why is it totally in? There is a reason, and people are starting to feel that, you know, oh, okay, wow, I'm gaining more experience. I'm learning more things. I'm feeling the connection with me and a new friend. Just like this morning, all right, I was talking to LG, and I said to LG, I said, you know, since we are going to rodeo on the 11th of May to 18th of May, I told him, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna get local people to guide us. And I remember I'm also a guide in this app called Show Around. So I found out there's a girl from rodeo, and she is a blogger, and she has a blog about food and travel, and she worked in a hotel, and she's so passionate about traveling and food also. So I said, hey, she is a perfect candidate, you know, for us, because it may take like years for you to establish a relationship strong enough for the person to bring you around. But with this app, you can literally find somebody, pay them a little fee, and then they can bring you to places that no tourists bring you. You can even request for places that, you know, you are interested to go. Just like me, you know. So I contact her, and this morning, and she contacted me like within 2 minutes. and she was really keen, and I said, you know what, I have this channel, and I really love to have you as my main character, because she's a local tourist guide, and that is my show. The concept of my channel all about is about helping people to understand the meaning of traveling, and you know, to get the most out of it, and to help other people, giving them the tips that they need. So I'm really glad she's really interested, and she's going to be doing some research about, you know, what is most local in rodeo. So we will be collaborating and making a video together, and I hope that we could do something wonderful, you know, and come back with some great ideas. So you guys, if you ever want to go to rodeo, this is what you can consider, getting a local guy. All right, we'll see what happens next. I'm really excited, really excited. So guys, this is all I have to say, and yeah, and also guys, all right, for those of you who are planning to come during May and June, this is only for people who are interested in foraging, because that is the best season. And for people who are interested in mushrooms and berries, the best time is end of August to up to October. And in my website, you probably saw that the opening is from August to October, and that is the time that you're supposed to book. All right. As I said in my poster, I said we only have, unfortunately, we only have 24 spots this year, starting from May to I think it was November, beginning of November. I only have 24 vacancy for anyone who are interested. So I could only say that first come, first serve. So if you're really interested, I hope you can quickly decide, because if you don't, the spot will be taken up. All right. So and also for June and July, it's for people who are more into the active side. They want to go to the nightlife. They want to join the local event, because we have a festival. It's called City Festival Start Fest, which is in July, and we have a food festival which is in August, if I'm not wrong. So this is for people who are, you know, more outgoing type. They are not so interested in the forest. So June and July is a time for you. So I think overall, to round up, you know, it's like foraging May to June, June to July is city life, and August to October is for people who like to do harvesting, like mushroom and all that, mushroom and berries. Hi Doris, welcome. So I'm about to finish up and round up, and I wish you have question for me. But if you have question for me, you are always welcome to write in the comment, so I'll come and give you my answer, or you can send a private message to me, all right, by messenger. Somebody just send me a message. Okay guys, I have to go. LG is leaving to do some errands, and I'm gonna prepare dinner. And today is the first day of May. We have a fantastic day. I promise to tell you what happened. We have a really good day today. Wake up, and then we went to this demonstration. It's like not demonstration. How should I call that a demonstration? It's not a demonstration. It's just like a parade, And then they have this flag, and they were talking about some things that's going to happen, and it's going to happen in Sweden. So it's more like some information about what's going to happen into this small village that we're staying, and a lot of things needed to be done, and how we're going to stop races. There is, unfortunately, there's quite a strong party in Sweden that are very strong right now, and they are trying their best to bring down all the other party. So we are hoping that people are more aware and more concerned about this, and we'll try to put them down too, because they don't want the immigrants to come in. They are like the Nazis group. So we don't need that group in the country. We need people who care about this world, give other people a chance to live. And also, and after that, after the parade, we went for some training at the gym. I think we were there like almost 2 hours. And then we went to the summer house. We brought chicken, barbecued chicken, and some yogurt. We sat in the sun, but unfortunately it was a bit blowing, so we were unable to do anything more than that. And then I said 5 o'clock, just imagine I'm supposed to do a live streaming, and it was like 4:30. I'm still like a few kilometers away, and like 15 minutes I'm right in front talking to you. So guys, I hope you guys find this information useful, and I hope this will give you a better insight when you should book the package, and I hope you take advantage of the offers, and I hope to see you soon. Bye.